Welcome back, everyone, to the road to 100. We are going to be in the Ridge of Frozen Souls, or the Flaming Souls, depending on how we go about being effective today. So you'll notice here that the white outfit has been donned yet again, and it will be a nice change going forward here. And we have the very nice bloody snow that matches our outfit to a T, actually, all the white, and I put a little bit of strawberry, or what do you call that, like pink lemonade kind of color into the hair tips, so that way they match the purplish color here in the bloody snow. So that's kind of for a later on type of a thing, but this is a definite pairing that you should all look into and go for PC. So here tonight, today, we're going to be going for the Queen's Throat through here, and we're going to be investigating Fire Lily and Flames of Rage, paired up with an entirely focus centered build. We'll be focused on focus. And so every time we get focused, we will get -2 to all of our gifts from iCore reduction. We will gain 10 iCore upon focus. We'll gain 50% damage increase to all of our dark gifts, and we will stay focused for a longer period of time to execute more gifts or drains or whatever. But as soon as we get focused, we will get 10 iCore, and this will cost 3. The two blade abilities, the slashing blade abilities, will be 3 as well, so that's 3, 6, 9, and then where's Flames of Rage? That is 5, so that's also 3. So we will get 12 iCore upon focus, or 10 iCore upon focus, and it costs 12 to use 1 round of all of our gifts. But since we will most likely be going for Fire Lily a lot, Crimson Moon, and Flames of Rage, and as our staple through here, we will be focusing on those, and Jupiter's Blade will only be for the certain loss that we come across. So we will be able to use our full round of... Wow, Mia's full of all kinds of comments. So we're going to be wanting to make sure that we go for a full round of gifts every time we get focused. So let's get a drain just to put ourselves up here a little bit. Let's go for a Fire Lily, Flames of Rage, and a Crimson Moon. Now that cost 15, and that put that guy down pretty quick. But again, because of Fire Lily, you can't really see what's going on too much most of the time. So that's going to be a definite problem. But since we can go for a whole bunch of gifts here to make sure that we get big iCore back, we can make up for a lot of things in a lot of ways very, very quickly. So this is the place where we would use Jupiter's Blade. The gunner got me. So let's go for a charge. And I was gonna say the explosive guy is coming after us. And we'll go ahead and attack him and go for a Jupiter's Blade, and hopefully that'll kill. Good. Pick up some items here. So as you can tell, versus any kind of enemy in here, we are not going to be well equipped in any way to make sure that we get through here quickly and easily. But we will have a lot of fun doing it, and we match the scenery. So because of Fire Lily is an AoE, we can hit both of those guys on attack if they're grouped up together. So we'll let these guys come over here, and we'll pick up the Hedgehog Forts while we're here. So we've encouraged these guys to come down here. Let's see if they do. Okay. Let's go for a Fire Lily. Now the Fire Lily is only a fun type of a thing. It does crush damage, so it's definitely, you know, usable. However, it's just not going to be anything that you want to go for long term. But it is definitely a lot of fun to use, and we're paired up for, you know, as much dark as we're willing to maintain. But it's not a whole lot of damage out, but it is an AoE, so that's definitely got that going for it. So let's go for a charge. No, now we're focused. Oh. Now that's a bad time for us, simply because we're dying and Mia's dying and we're getting focused, and so we're just going to go ahead and heal. Now these guys are kind of reset here, so we can go for the gunners if we want, or we can go for the shield guy again, but we're just going to continue on our way here. And the reason we go for Jupiter's Blade is because versus all these other Lost that are running through here, they are weak to Jupiter's Blade. Okay, that stupid ball. And now we've got the big boy. So let's go for a gift accelerator, a drain activator, and we will go for a flame cartridge. Oh boy, he's almost killed Mia. Okay, let's see what he does. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see where he's going. Okay, let's go for a Flames of Rage here. Mia, watch out. Okay. Good job, Mia. Okay, now we're focused. There we go. And that was pretty good damage. Simply because, you know, look how long our focus gauge is going to last here. So typically it goes down very, very quick. I believe it's like a double time difference in how you go in how long your focus lasts. But since our Crimson Moon is only 3 Ichor now that we're focused, and it's got a 50% increase, we can just completely wreck through enemies, and this is when Fire Lily can become useful since the cooldown is very quick, and it's a ranged attack, but it's also an AoE for people who are grouped up in little areas. Especially if you're in like an indoor area, this outdoor stuff where you're running around, being able to kind of move between enemies quickly and easily, the AoE effect is kind of wasted in a sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over here. Now we're gonna go ahead and heal again because you know, why not? This isn't any kind of challenge run where we're trying to you know, prove you know, any kind of anything. Excuse me. This is the road to 100 after all. There we go. So in a burst round, we can get 16,000. But remember, if we get focused, we get 50% more, so we can be over 25,000, which is really great. Hello? So let's get a backstab, and then we'll go for a charge attack. Since we get, I believe it's 16 on a charge attack. Yeah, around about there. So we'll go ahead and load up on this guy, and we'll go for another charge. There we go. And we'll go for another drain, so we can get up to close to 40 Ichor as we go through here. Good. So that worked out real well. And then when we pair up with Mia's Communal, we will have really good damage, and when we get focused, and we will have really good Ichor reduction. Fire Lily and all these things will go down to one Ichor on use, simply because Mia also pairs with a -2 on the she pairs with a -2 on the Ichor drain. Okay, and since we have a ranged attack, we can just have more fun with this guy. I can't see anything since we're so bright and we blend into the wall here. Okay, he's creeping. That's good. Now he's gonna get excited here, and he's probably gonna kill Mia. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's still alive. Oh boy. Oh, there's Mia. Okay. There he goes. Okay, so that was a failed attempt. We'll try and make our way to the next place without Mia. So this will be kind of interesting. We'll have to take our time. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up the trap here. And if this guy will move forward into the trap, let's encourage him to come this way. There we go. Got him. There we go. So it plays a little bit different when you have you know, some of these crazy gifts built into your builds, simply because you know, it's like how do you go about whoa, getting good damage off and so on and so forth. But Queen's Throat is a pretty good blood code. It definitely has a lot of sustain, but it doesn't have a whole lot of vitality built into it. So because almost all the stats of Queen's Throat are Ds, so we have a D in vitality, we have a D in strength and dex, so we have like no drain attack, we have no real sustain in a battle, but we definitely have really good dark and light scaling at A+ and A, vice versa. So it's definitely worth going for them. Okay, and we'll go ahead and so we'll set up a trap here, and this guy will come over, we'll hit him with a fire lily. He'll go into the trap, and then we'll slash him down behind the tree here to make sure he doesn't come after us. So it's kind of playing to your environment. And we'll go for a Jupiter's Blade since we got back a lot of Ichor on that. Good. We'll go for a Gift Accelerator and a Drain Activator. Okay. Now we'll get the dog to come over here. Okay, I was hoping to hit both dogs. Now the Brionac has really good stagger potential, and as you see, we can continue to get the Ichor back and stagger the dog all at the same time. So we're back up to 37 Ichor, which is great coming into the fight here with the Boreal Brute. Hopefully we don't get demolished, but we'll have to see here. So he's coming around, but I always go for this dog when I come around this way, simply because I don't want him joining in the fun. Let's go ahead and, okay, we're back up to full Ichor, so we can go ahead and kill him. Okay, good. And let's go for a Drain and a Gift Accelerator. And we will encourage him to come over this way. Maybe we can get him to jump off the edge. We'll see. We'll have to see about that. So he's got his ice armor. Let's see what that does. Oh. Okay. Okay, that knocks it off. That's good to know. He's focused now, so that's bad. Okay, let's see if he's gonna come over here. Maybe. Whoa. Nope, don't want any part of that. That's a one-hit kill. Okay, he's coming over here. And there he goes. Okay, good. Definitely want to make our way through here safely and effectively, so I'm fine with going and cheesing him off the edge. That's completely fine with me. And, you know, I could still die to these guys. There's just no guarantee. And for some reason, the Brionac, it just has a way to stagger the enemy kind of relentlessly. It's kind of interesting, kind of strange, but it's really nice that just the regular hits, because of how it is, I guess, it's built into the weapon somehow, that it just knocks the enemies around quickly and effectively and kind of nicely, if you ask me. So an alternate that you could run through here would be Hephaestus. This is a pretty nice blood code with how we've got it set here, and you could go for the Brionac Devour, so that way you get more Ichor back, and you could play up your passives here a little bit differently, but every time you dodge, you get more focus, which would play into having more damage, but it also, because of evasive snare is your passive, it will damage the enemy and generate, those fireballs that we saw a long time ago when we fought Oliver. I forget what episode that was, but yeah, we used that once, but we're definitely going to run the Briannac here. And since we're heading up to Nicola, we're going to have to change up our actives here a little bit and some of our passives. So bear with me for a second while I get this set up here. So this is this one. This is going to be Dancing Blaze and Ember Reversal and Flame Barrage and Flame Spike. So now we are going to kind of switch up the book here, and we're going to be light dark together. Okay, and then this, and what was this one? Increased gift speed, survival instinct, and an unlikely one of the daggers. So we will go for where are the daggers? There we go. And these are all good. Don't really care about these. I guess we could go for a gift accelerator at the beginning here, but you'll notice that we're quick. Oops, this needs to be a devour, and we're good to go. Okay, so this is what we're going to run into the fight with Nicola, and this should be kind of interesting. Whoops, definitely need our 10 Ichor back for sure. So here we go. So the whole point with Nicola is Pierce Fire. Sorry, and if you can do Pierce Fire, you can win very, 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 very quickly and effectively. And since we're going to be paired up with Mia's Communal and 2 stacks of Blood-Sucking Blades and 1 stack of Hunting Feast with Gift Extension, we should be able to wreck here. But it's always famous last words with me. You just never know what could be in store. So we definitely want some backstabs here to get some Ichor up, since we're going to have some issues here with Ichor. So we'll go for as many... Oh, okay. Go for as much Ichor as possible. He looks to be stuck, which is great. I don't think he can come off of there. So we'll get some free Ichor, which is great. And we'll say hello to Silene. Miss Penguin. Hello. Hello, Silene. I'm whiter than she is. How excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our gifts up here. Now the reason I go for Mia's Communal first is because it's a -2 to all of our items. Okay, and we'll keep the daggers on deck here. And since we can get... oh, whoops, I forgot to go for blood sacrifice to get us down to half health. That's a mistake. Oh well. Maybe we'll get hit once and come back and be at half health. But the dagger should help us get some Ichor back. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now let's just go for all the things. Almost got him. Almost got him. Oh, there we go. We're dead. And he's dead. Okay, so that's the fight with Nicola when you just spam 1, 2, 3, 4 on the keyboard, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the daggers didn't really help us, and survival instinct helped us there towards the end when we got our face smacked in. But yeah, that kind of makes... Oh, we're so bright. That makes for a kind of hilarious kind of a fight where you're just slamming keys. If you're looking for a fun fight, because the piercing attacks put him into a stagger. I probably should have hit him with the Briannac once in the middle there, just to recover enough Ichor to be able to continue the onslaught. And since all of our gifts, remember, with Mia's Communal are -2 on the use, something like Flame Barrage is only costing us 2 Ichor. Something like what were the others? Flame Spike, that's only 2 Ichor. Um, and all of these gifts are costing us only 2 Ichor in order to run, and we had a stack of, I believe, like 26 or something, so we can use 13 gifts before we actually run out and need more, which is an obscene amount of damage that you can get out exceptionally quick. So I didn't really know what I was doing there. I was just pushing 1, 2, 3, 4 as fast as I could, just to make sure that all the gifts come out quickly. And he gets into that stagger state because of his weakness to pierce. And since every single one of our gifts was pierce, and we are stacked up here with mind and willpower up from the Queen's Throat, paired up with pretty high, pretty respectable numbers here, almost 1300 on both light and dark gifting. And since these two here, Dancing Blaze and Ember Reversal, are dark, they pair really well. And then same with these two are Pierce, Fire, and they're light. So anytime we use a Flame Barrage or a Flame Spike, and since we have quick cooldowns from Blood Awakening, I mean, we could have gone for something a little bit different. And I even forgot the damage increase from, Survival Instinct, which increases these by, I believe, 300. Let's look here real quick, and we'll see exactly what we are. 1 and 2 and 3, and now what was so 200. Okay, so it increases these by 200. So 1509 and 1470 for running an exceptionally light Blood Veil, paired up with the Brionac for exceptional Ichor regen. If you're good at dodging and you can play the game at less than 50% health, this would be an exceptional way to go about just annihilating Nicola. Now the knives, that was kind of a joke. It could, you can do something a lot better here. For example, if you wanted to throw in Dark Impulse, that would be really, really great. You could go for Weapon Drain rating up, Avarice. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of different things here that you could go for to make at least the adventuring portion of this more effective. And yeah, the bossing portion, you can see, is just it's a little at hand. So now, oops, we didn't need to go back. Oh yeah, we do need to go back to home base to watch the cutscene. But this is good that we go back to home base. You can see how bright the white outfit is here when we get back. So let's drink some water to our victory. Okay, so we didn't have Mia through the Ridge of Frozen Souls there, but for most of it. But you can see that it's a pretty straightforward map, pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. There's not a whole lot that goes into it, but it is a lot of fun, and it's a kind of dangerous place all around because you have a lot of ledges and you have the Boreal Brutes, and if you don't abuse their rolling mechanic off of the edges, then you can have some real issues running in that area. So look how bright we are. I mean, I can't even see my face. Like, I can barely see my character. There we go. There she is. Now we can see her. But back here, I mean, like, she just kind of disappears into this crazy halo back here. So yeah. So thank you everyone for joining me here in the Ridge of Frozen Souls and kind of the goofiness that we ran here. But I do enjoy the Queen's Throat and how we ran what we had at the beginning there, and also the fight with Nicola is a lot of fun. So hopefully you all can enjoy the same fun in your runs versus Nicola and the Ridge of Frozen Souls. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.